Holy fucking Christ. Ugh. You don't want to. Well, whatever they did was privated, so that's it. But I can still live stream. Ah. God damn it, man. What occurred? Let's just say certain web browsers have this bad habit of constantly reminding you of some personal information over and over again for no good reason, which doesn't help out when you're streaming. Now you could say, why don't you just stream in an incognito tab? And you'd be very smart to say that, but at the current point in time, all my tabs on here are on this, so I have an ad blocker. It's not an ad blocker. It wasn't that. It was the fucking browser. Fucking CNN business, you fucking bastards. Actually, that doesn't in private window do the same shit? Let's see real fast, actually. I need to get the ad blocker on that too. Fuck it. Oh, these? Well, I'm covering this one at least. I'll get into that. I'll fix it in the future, don't worry. Anyways, we are here. Fuck, man. Let me put something out. God damn it. Oh, it's so woe is me. I have to send out links again. So difficult. Anyways. God, and that Trump segment was great too. God dang it, man. Insert. Okay. Alright. Hopefully that's good enough. Oof. We get the live control panel back up. Yeah, we're back. We're back. Everyone's back. Hello. God damn it. God damn it. I'm gonna have to... Well, thankfully, with YouTube, you can go back and edit the broadcast, so I could just cut out that shit, so that'll be easy, but, you know. Yes, we're so back at night, 8058. We are back. Ugh, what was I saying? Okay. Tariffs. So, it's not Jover. It's never Jover, Jono Greenbaum. No, we still got, like, hours of shit to do. This shit ain't fucking done yet. I just had what we call in the industry an oopsie. That's fine, Ross. Go sleep whenever the hell you want to go sleep. I can't tell you what to do, okay? Alright. One 12-ounce Red Bull down, because I fucking need that shit, because I've been... It's 8:50 p.m. I've been awake since 4 a.m. The hell does Bogo's Binted mean? Whatever. Okay. Tariffs. So, ever since he got in office, Trump has been threatening tariffs every month. And every month what happens is that when they're due, like the day before they're going to take into effect, the motherfucker says, actually, never mind, I had a nice phone call with the world leader, and they said, we don't need, we're good actually. They're going to increase their border security. Everything's good. And the funny part is that, like, He's doing it again! And he keeps trying to tariff, like, every trade partner. Canada, Mexico, which, if you don't know anything, guys, Canada is where we get a lot of our crude oil from that we make into gasoline, because we can't make any of the oil that's drilled in the U.S. into gasoline because all of our oil refineries are like 70 years old and weren't designed for that type of oil that we have, which is the lighter, sweeter crude oil. So we actually do need to import oil. If you ask the average dumb fuck who knows at the very least that the United States does produce a lot of oil, they'll say, why don't we use our own oil? Because they don't know what oil is. They just think it's a... They probably think we nationalized it. Wouldn't surprise me, okay? That's okay. Yes, Juno Greenbaum, whatever you said. I agree. Okay. And then Mexico. You do not want to know how much money passes over the Mexico, Texas, and Mexico, California border. Okay? It's insane. And then slapping on a 25% tariff on all of that would fucking economically ruin so many businesses in Texas. It's not even funny. But here we go. This is updated. 5:13 p.m. EST, Friday, March 7th, 2025. Trump threatens new tariffs on Canada, including 250% tax on dairy for some fucking reason. I don't know why. A day after... Let me get this bigger. Ads out of the window. Nice. A day after offering Canada a 1-month reprieve, like fucking last month, on punishing virtually across-the-board 25% tariffs, President Donald Trump has threatened new tariffs as soon as Friday on Canadian lumber and dairy products. It's yet another twist in a serpentine trade policy that seems to shift on an hourly basis, which, you know, the market loves that, by the way. The market loves an hourly basis shifting, you know. Trump says dumb shit like, Canada, folks, it's been ripping us off for years on lumber and dairy products, Trump said in an Oval Office address on Friday, citing Canada's roughly 250% tariff on U.S. dairy exports into the country. Trump said America would match those tariffs dollar to dollar. Saying we may do it today or Monday or Tuesday, which means he's not gonna fucking do it because he can't actually give a raw date. Is there some person who, like, every month when Trump announces these tariffs, he has like a shit ton of work to do in like an office somewhere, probably some like commerce office? He has to like do so much shit, and then like the next day he's told, okay, the president said we're not doing that. It's like, whoa, crazy. Oh no, dude. I need to make sure I don't. Okay, let me go here. Let's look up NASDAQ. NASDAQ has been down since its high in February 20th. On February 20th, the NASDAQ was like what, like 20,000. Now it's at 18,000. That's smart. S&P 500. See where your grandma's retirement savings is at. Again, February 19th. That shit was at like 6150. Now it's at like 5770. So that's not good. And then Dow Jones. So it's actually at its highest on February 13th at 44,700. Now it's at 42,800. That's a lot of fucking money gone. Stupid bastards. Like almost all the gains that were made from the inauguration are gone now. What a smart boy, right? Oh, this song has lyrics. It has samples from the anime. Go down. Better. Okay. We may do it, yeah, today or tomorrow, ripping off. It's so stupid. Just nonsense. Just nonsense. Apparently the dairy thing goes back. It's like a weird fucking long-running conflict with cows. Look at these cows. Those nice cows, right? That ain't good enough. Ah! This is a good one. Read this email immediately. CDC tells about 180 fired employees to come back to work. Well, Europe stocks went up because the defense industry is starting back up because they're making guns again. That's why. This is like 2 days ago. The nation's top public health agency says about 180 employees who were laid off 2 weeks ago can come back to work. Emails went out Tuesday to some CDC and probationary employees who got termination notices last month, according to the CDC. The message seen by the AP was sent with the subject line, read this email immediately. It said that after further review and consideration, the termination notice has been rescinded and you're cleared to work on Wednesday. Oh my fucking god, how embarrassing. Your ass got fired for zero reason by Elon Musk and his little ketamine boys, his little harem of towel boys that he's groomed into being the Doge people, right? You know, this happened, and then and then 2 weeks later, while you're in the middle of job hunting, while you're in the middle of going through the fucking slog that is like Indeed and LinkedIn and shit, you get an email, an email that, by the way, I mean, you're probably not missing emails if you're job hunting, but, you know, you could miss the email. That could just be a thing that happens, you know. Maybe you don't tell people you're rehired via fucking email. You call them on their phone, right? Anyways, you see an email saying, could you come back to the Center of Disease Control, please? Could you go back to working with the federal government? And it's like, I would say get fucking bent. I would say no. You fucking fired me for presumably zero goddamn reason. You want me back? No. I mean, like, do they have bargaining power? Can they demand something? I demand shit. I'd be like, are you gonna pay me more? Are you gonna do anything to recompense me for the fucking stress that caused? There's all this other shit happening too of Doge, right? Like people have been like finding like deleted military images, such as like the Enola Gay. An image of the Enola Gay, the bomber that dropped the fucking nuclear bomb on Nagasaki, was like taken down from like a government website because it had the word gay in it. Oh my gosh, hang on. What was that? What was that? Ew, MSN, gross. Oh my gosh. Give me one good article, it's up from fucking MSN. Hang on, what's this? Hold up, sorry, one moment, folks. Oh my gosh. Nope. Never mind. So gay. Okay. Alright, this is funny. Yeah, no. So, DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, task force led by Elon Musk, briefly listed a complex that allegedly houses a CIA facility in Virginia as for sale this week. Yeah, Wired and Bloomberg both reported that a massive storage complex in Springfield, Virginia, with ties to the CIA was on the list. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's just show up fucking CIA black sites because they saw the word black and thought it was like woke or something. We gotta sell it off because the word black was in it. So fucking stupid. God damn these people. All right. Okay, we've earned a bit of a reprieve, so here we go, folks. It's what you've been fucking waiting for, okay? JD Vance review. JD Vance image review, okay? All right. I'm gonna start here. Starting strong. A bit. Can I zoom out? No, it's gotta shrink it. Hang on. There we go. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Right, we got the awesome neck beard, the big fat nose, the fucking striking blue eyes, and the baldness. I don't know what the fuck to call this. Is this like Slavic? Is this like Polish Vance? Maybe it's Polish Vance. I don't know. Gosh. Okay, next. Tiny Vance. What's his name? The fucking College Republicans guy, TP USA guy, Kirk something. Who the fuck is the TP USA guy? God, I'm so stupid. Hang on. Charlie Kirk. Yeah, this is Charlie Kirk Vance with the tiny face, and the rest of it's fucking. His ears pink. I don't know why. Maybe it's like some fucked up thing for the Photoshop. But this is awesome. He has two. He has three. No, he only has two. He has two goatees here, right? It's layered like a cake. God, fucking awesome. It's like that what's that TV show that's out right now? Common Side Effects with the small faces on the big head. It's like that. It's late millennial Vance. You know, 2001 Vance with his Mountain Dew Code Red with the red cap and not the red cap, but you know what I mean. And the fucking early shitty Xbox controller. He looks so happy. He's playing Halo. His hands are that tiny, this one. God, he's playing Halo at 12 FPS. How awesome. Gosh. And then there's Lady Vance. I don't know what the fuck. They tried hard to like make this fucking suit jacket into like a women's office attire, but it didn't work. But you know, does JD Vance have that like urge to like love himself like this? He might. I don't know. Charlie Kirk Newsom situation. Oh shit. Yeah, I saw that. Like, he had like an interview, and Gavin Newsom's like, I agree with literally all of your talking points, but I'm not a Republican. It's kind of stupid. It's kind of dumb. Like, don't like this thing Democrats do where they're like, we have to appeal to the center. We have to seem common and rational and normal to people. It's like, no, that's not how you do it. Politics is not defensive anymore. You can't defend shit. You fuckers have been defending things for years now and it's failed. Go on the offensive. Call Charlie Kirk a fucking weirdo and not a normal person. Do that instead. Moho, I think, okay, the alien shit, honest to God, the alien shit is like not, I wouldn't call it a psyop. It's just a distraction tactic, you know? You know, if there's ever any like negative press or like a news story they don't want getting too popular, they'll just dump out like, oh, we're gonna be releasing classified FBI USA NORAD documents and data that could indicate a potential reporting of a unidentified flying traveling object. They'll do that shit so you don't look up the fucking, I don't know, Trump authorizes the mass slaughter of the last surviving polar bears or some shit. That's what it's for. It's just a distraction tactic. Are there aliens? No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't care how many fire in the sky fucking Hicks there are. I have not been convinced. Anyways, yeah, Lady Vance. Not much in this one because, I mean, I think the nose is too small. That's really weird. Fucking emo Vance. No. No, that's a fucking... They ain't released shit. What they released was like publicly available information. And then a bunch of pages that were like censored and blacked out. It was embarrassing. The eyeliner, the fucking shitty mustache, and the fucking hair. It's good. That's the classic big boy Vance. Low res though. Low res. Come on. You bastard. Make it higher res next time. That's a classic. I mean... Fucking Alfred E. Newman looking motherfucker. Yep, there's the Deuterwar kid. Deuterwar. Deuterwar. Fuck that kid. Dude. The big lollipop. I don't know what this is. I've seen people's heads photoshopped like this before. I don't know the meme. I know it's usually like a black guy with the single eye like that. But it's awesome. God, Cyclopses. Minion Vance. Whatever the fuck this thing is. This is... Burpee Vance. I like this one a lot. This one's good. I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't know why he's so red. He's so hairy. His teeth are out. He looks fucking insane. I like this one a lot. I want more with the eyeliner. I like the eyeliner stuff. The glasses, whatever. And then the fucking big white goatee is pretty nice. Again. Low fucking res. This one's got traction. A lot of traction. The Meatloaf Vance, you know who Meatloaf is? He was a singer. He had this hairstyle, essentially. He had the long curly hair and the shitty goatee and the big fucking fat round face. It's a good one. It's a good one. Afro Vance, if only. He wouldn't do an afro. He's too racist. What the fuck? Ew. The classic. This is almost the first. This evolved into the later one with the long hair, so it's cheating, you bastard. Again, classic. I like this one. I mean, this one's nice because there's no fat head, you know? This is what his head normally looks like, and while it's still big, the main joke with the image here is that he has the eyeliner, and then you give him emo hair, and he looks like a fucking... He looks like a weird old man at the wrong concert, you know? Ugh. They keep making his eyes bigger. God damn it. God damn it. What is this face from? They didn't make this face originally. They didn't use AI either. There's some photograph of a man looking like this they use over it. It's pretty good though. Worm Vance, Thumb Vance, Among Us Vance, maybe? He looks very happy. He looks so happy here. And then that's gonna I don't like that. That ain't that good. Nope. Nah, fan. That's a fucking F from me, dog. It's enough nonsense. Enough woke nonsense. We have to get back to videos. So, okay, so you guys know what the fuck? Oh yeah. Okay. So you guys know who my favorite person in the government is now, right? It's not Trump, it's not Vance, it's not Rubio or any of those fuckers. It's Elon Musk. And yeah. Last week he went to a pretty cool meeting. You want to hear how he talked at the meeting? Let's do that. Ladies and oh, I really okay. It's not last week. This is 2 weeks ago, but I have not seen this. I have not seen this talk. I have heard some clips, but I really want to know just how stupid he sounds because I've heard one moment. I gotta get something. Back. You guys ever do this? Okay. Tell me if this has happened to you before. Like when you're talking for a long period of time, like your nose just starts like just closing. It's so annoying. It happens to me all the fucking time. It's so I hate it. Sucks. Anyways, yeah, Elon is not. Again, I probably said this before, but like, okay, when your job is to be a CEO, your job is to be a salesman. That's your job. Your job is to sell somebody your company, right? You're a leader. You should inspire people to work better, and they're supposed to be charismatic enough to do deals and meetings properly. And he's not any of that. He can't do any of that shit. He's too stupid. Anyways, let's hear what he has to say. There's no subtitles or captions. What the fuck is wrong with you, PBS? That's a YouTube feature. All right.
Gentlemen, it's time for the Doge update.
Oh, the Doge update. I feel so fucking bad for the guy who owned that dog, by the way. Must fucking suck to have your dog's memory be sullied by fucking Elon Musk. This is CPAC, by the way. CPAC would have a big seminar titled Doge Update, okay? Now, I really wish I could watch the most recent Elon Musk and Joe Rogan interview, but unfortunately, Joe Rogan is a giant wimp pussy who doesn't let people who heavily content IDs his content, even though he's making hand over fist lots of money. But I guess that's just what happens when you become a sellout and not a real comedian.
Please welcome New Max host Rob Schmidt.
Don't care.
Elon Musk.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Here it comes! Yo! Oh my god! He's dressed like a fucking teenager. Oh, he's jumping. Oh, he's so. Oh my god. Oh my fucking Christ.
Hey guys.
Oh my god. Fuck me, man. Fuck. I don't care who the host is. He's just some fucking copy-pasted media dipshit. But this fucking guy, he has to... First off, what the fuck is this outfit he's wearing? I know that he's wearing a gamer t-shirt, by the way. People fucking looked up this t-shirt he's wearing. Musk CPAC gamer shirt. Yeah, he's wearing a shirt that is titled, and not kidding, the text says, "I'm not procrastinating, I'm doing side quests." Fuck me. This is how the richest man on the planet dresses, like a fucking child. But he's like wearing these boxy sunglasses indoors. Probably because his eyes look fucked up, I assume. But like, wearing sunglasses indoors is usually a sign of either being blind or being like really, really dumb as a person. The stupid big belt buckle with the t-shirt tucked in. It's so gay. You're... God damn it. You don't... What? It's all black too because he has autism and he doesn't know how to dress himself. And he has, the MAGA hat that I hate because you can't actually see what the fuck it says.
We've got one more surprise in case this wasn't enough. I'm gonna let Elon do it. Who else
Oh no.
Well, President Milei has a gift for me.
Javier Milei from Argentina. You guys know who that is, right? Why don't we bring him out?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god. Yeah. I feel so bad for Argentinians. I don't know if anyone who watches my shit is from Argentina, but if you are, I feel so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know why that guy's in charge. I don't know why this guy who can't even get a fucking haircut is in charge. But yeah, here he is going to America's CPAC while your country's in economic fucking shambles. Oh my Christ. Oh god, fuck. I don't have a gun. I need to buy like a Beretta M9, just a classic solid, 9mm handgun. No ammo. I would never keep any ammo for it. I just have it, and whenever I see something like what Elon Musk just did with the chainsaw, I immediately pull it out and start dry firing at my skull. Just to get the fucking urge out of my mind, okay? I need to do that. I need to spend hundreds of dollars, thousands even, just to do that. Because fuck me, that's so embarrassing.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy.
Oh, why does he talk like that? The music sucks too. This is like somehow worse than the music I get from my videos, the fucking copyright free shit. I mean, if I'm good enough, I can get like video game music, which is easy to compose much better, but like this is like some like try a hard this sucks. But okay. This is the chainsaw for democracy. He sounds like a moron.
Chainsaw!
Oh my fucking... Oh, he's a baby, man. Chainsaw! Oh, Christ. Rule of threes, come on. God, fuck. God damn it. I should, like, I don't know how to do it. I don't know if it's possible, but like, just program like a one button press on my little VTuber here that does a little animation where I just immediately shoot my character and he falls over dead. So when I see something like that, I can just press a button and then just kill myself right in my live stream. Kind of.
That's
Oh, good. It's his penis, huh?
Mr. President, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Nice to meet you. I love it. We love it. We love it.
All right.
They told me to put this right.
What the fuck is on his neck? He has the gold chain, which is stupid. What's that round thing? Is it something like... Is it like a Sonic Shoe medallion? If Elon Musk wore a Sonic Shoe medallion, I'd respect him. You know? I'd be like, you know what? Maybe he's got a point. Maybe he's in. Maybe he knows, okay? I'd like to buy a Sonic Shoe medallion. That'd be cool as fuck. I know they sell them on, like, fucking Pinterest and Etsy and shit, but, you know.
They want it right here.
All right, great.
A little stage prop.
All of you guys too.
Oh, God. Okay. Dick sucking.
So, I am become.
Oh, wait. Okay.
That was something.
Okay, here we go. Hang on. Sorry. Okay.
That was something.
I am become meme.
Fuck! Shoot me. I am become meme. I am become meme. Does he know? I mean, he doesn't. He doesn't know. Nobody knows. Listen, I heard the line that Oppenheimer said, the I am become death, destroyer of worlds. I heard that line one day, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. What's it actually from? He says the Bhagavad Gita. He gives a little nod to it. I listened to the entire Bhagavad Gita. It's like 6-7 hours. And that line was from Krishna taking his divine form. And, you know, you could interpret it as being death. You can also interpret it as being time, since they're the same thing in that context. And the whole thing, and the whole fucking story is just Krishna trying to convince Arjuna to kill his entire family and friends in a war. Right? I don't think Elon fucking knows that. He just knows the Oppenheimer quote from the fucking movie more like than the actual like footage. And what if I said I am become meme? Because I love internet memes, says Elon, like a fucking man-child. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
God, he looks special.
I'm living the meme. It's like there's living the dream and there's living the meme. And
Fuck my life. This is what he wants more than the family, by the way. You know, if I was the richest man on the planet and I had several children, if I had a fleet of kids to watch over, I would just spend all that money, you know, taking care of them, making them want for nothing, but also being personally attached to them. But he obviously isn't. He obviously doesn't give a fuck about his kids because he's doing gay shit like this.
it's pretty much what's happening, you know.
You're like, I think you're bigger.
I mean, Doge started out as a meme. Think about it.
What the fuck is... I'll have what he's having. He's shaking. Sit still, you fucking spaz.
Now it's real. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
But it's cool.
He has to explain the pun because he's stupid. Because he needs jokes explained to him too. That's why.
Let me ask you this. A year ago, if someone had told you you'd be at CPAC and working with the president to absolutely shred the government, the swamp, whatever you want to call it, would you have ever believed that?
No.
No. Me neither.
What the fuck is he? What did he take? Why is he fidgeting so hard? I know he has autism. Probably some other developmental issues. I know he has Does he have ADHD? I don't know, but he's like fucking. He can't sit still. He has to keep moving. What did he take? Relax, bro. You're. Oh Christ.
This is awesome. And I just want to say, thanks for your support. I mean, you guys are, So, I mean, we're trying to get good things done, but also, have a good time doing it, and, and have, like, a sense of humor,
Yeah.
So, I mean, the sort of the left wanted to make comedy.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. His stutter. Listen, okay, a bit of guy lore here, I guess. I don't know. When I was like in like elementary school, I had a problem with stuttering. I had to get some like speech therapy stuff done on the side of my schooling, right? And it still pops up. I can still stutter if I wanted to, right? But like, you can work that out. You can see a person and they can tell you how to speak properly, right? It takes a bit more conscious effort if you have a stutter, but you can do that, but he can't because either he doesn't, probably because he's just hopped up on like fucking super ketamine. Not ketamine's a downer, makes you fucking not want to do anything. This guy's probably up on like adrenochrome or some shit. God, fuck, man.
Legal, Like, you can't make fun of anything. So then it's like, comedy sucks. It's like, nothing's funny. You can't make fun of
What
anything.
is this voice?
Like, legalize comedy. Yeah.
What is this voice?
Legalize comedy.
And we've
Legalize
shifted the entire
comedy!
culture. In just the last few months, the whole culture of this country has shifted dramatically just because of that election.
Yeah, exactly. Freedom of speech, having fun again. It seems like we should have a good time,
I mean, it's a great time. Everybody in this place is so excited. And
It's a great time, just don't get on a fucking airplane, you'll die.
Everybody's happy.
Yeah.
And everybody feels this great sense of relief because we were going to hell for about 4 years. It really felt bad.
Yeah.
Especially toward the end, it felt really bad.
Yeah, I thought we were sort of heading for a point of no return.
Oh my
really,
god.
Until that's why it was so essential that President Trump win the election, and that there be a Republican majority in the House and Senate, which, thanks to you, that has been accomplished.
Yeah. I want to ask you, one of the biggest questions I have for you is, you've been, politically, you weren't really on one side or the other for a long time. You're a businessman. A lot of people, they stay away from it. Now you're on a side, and you've chosen a side. You're sitting here in a MAGA hat. What's it, how did that happen?
The answer is because one of his kids didn't like him personally, and that same kid was trans, and his fucking brain broke. His little Boer brain couldn't square that like his daughter didn't like him personally because of his epic personality. So he had to blame something else, and that thing he could blame was transgenderism, and that goes hand in hand with progressivism, which goes hand in hand with like Democrats and liberals. So he had to be the opposite of all of that. So here we are. That's literally it. I don't think there's any other reason besides also the fact that like being a Republican helps with business, I guess. Okay.
What was the moment
It's like, dark Gothic MAGA.
That's a good one. What was there a specific moment?
First off, Dark Gothic MAGA is like the dumbest slogan on the planet. Why? Because the words dark and the words Gothic are doing the same fucking thing. First off, I don't know what the fuck he actually wants to like imply by the statement Dark Gothic MAGA. Like, okay, what the fuck is Gothic about Make America Great Again? What's Gothic about it? Look. What about this set is Gothic? When he thinks Gothic, Elon just thinks wearing black all day because he's like a stupid man-child who's afraid of wearing colors. Okay. But also, same for the dark, so why just call it Gothic MAGA or Dark MAGA or some shit? Not Dark Gothic MAGA. God, that sucks.
Was there a moment that it all changed?
Yeah, when I realized I was a fool. But no, I was, I guess, yeah, I mean, I'd say like I was politically neutral for quite a while. you know, leaning a little Democrat. You know.
How do you go from that to this?
Yeah, no,
How
no.
does that happen?
He's making up an answer. He's making up a fucking answer because you know why. You know why. You won't say it because it's fucking embarrassing.
Did they go crazy?
Yeah, they did work. They did go crazy.
Yeah, they went crazy.
No, I mean that whole cancel culture and
Oh, that's why. Yeah.
trying to stop freedom of speech and infringe upon, just in general, infringe upon people's personal freedoms. You know, they just want state control of what you say. They want to, you know, take away your guns. And the reason they want to take away your guns, so like there's nothing you do to oppose them. So it's sort of like, you know, I just like.
Okay. On that note, oh my nose. So the gun thing. Now, I assume that any of my non-American watchers would understand that, like, yeah, owning a gun doesn't mean shit when you're going up against the United States fucking military. Okay? Oh, I have a gun. I can stand up against the federal government that owns jets and aircraft carriers and nuclear missiles, but, you know, having a cool gun makes me feel safe or some shit. Oh, it's stupid. Like, should you own a gun? Really, you don't need to, right? Like, sure, own a handgun, just in case. Something reliable, cheap, they always make the ammo for it. Do that if you have a gun, right? But, like, the guys who get, like, they don't get their guns taken away. The guns that get legislated against are, like, the ones that, like, guys who, like, literally cannot feel safe anywhere buy. The guys who, like, have to get strapped with an assault rifle to go to a fucking Walmart in the middle of Nowheresville, Kentucky, which would never see the robbery in the light of fucking day. And if it is a robbery that happens at the store, it's probably by another well-armed white guy who has to get strapped to go anywhere. It's so stupid. The gun culture in the United States is so fucking dumb. I like guns. Guns are cool. I think most people like the idea of a gun as this cool, intricate, deadly device, okay? They're nice. They're fun to shoot, but, like, the obsession with owning as close to an assault rifle as possible is so stupid, especially when you try to justify it beyond anything besides a hobby, right? That's what it is. It's not, you're not buying it for any practical purpose, right? There's no utility in it. You want to go hunting? They make rifles specifically designed to go hunting with that are more effective than an AR-15, okay? Home defense, you are defending your home much better with a handgun, with a pistol, than you will with any other weapon because of its the ability to actually maneuver with a handgun, right? You're not carrying a two-handed weapon everywhere, right? So that's fucking stupid. Yeah, if you buy an AR, you're buying it because it's a fun toy. That's it. Plain and simple, you know? But they don't want to square that circle. They're too embarrassed to enjoy things, okay?
We just need to restore the fundamental elements of what made America great, which is freedom and opportunity.
Yeah.
And a massive labor force that was imported from another continent. The same continent Elon's from. Crazy.
We're seeing a lot of these freedoms disappearing in the West. It's not just about America. We're all watching Europe and knowing that they're about 50, 100 years ahead of us, right? Because they got an early start. And we're watching how they're devolving. And you're trying to save it from happening here.
No, I mean, in Europe, they put people in prison for memes.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, that's insane.
And they're collapsing. I mean, this society it's a collapsing society.
Europeans, are you currently collapsing? Can you open your window right now? Look outside. Is your entire town and city on fire? Are there like Mad Max hooligans driving around in scooters and Vespas or bicycles, wantonly marauding and raping and pillaging right now as we speak? Is it collapsing? Get back to me on that. I need to know.
It feels that way.
It feels like
France was nicer.
Yeah.
No. What? Hang on. What? Yo, hold up. What do you mean no? This guy here is wearing a suit. He's wrong? It's crazy.
50 years ago than it is today.
Yeah.
I don't think you can question that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, really.
Spit it out, you fucking
Thanks.
God, fuck me. Jesus Christ. Does he do this in private too? Is he just nervous? Why is he nervous? Well, we do have those text messages he has from one of his baby mamas who got preggers with him. And he constantly talks about how he's like a target, how like there are people gunning to kill him or some shit. I think, okay, if it's not just the stutter and it's not just the ketamine addled brain he has, it could just be because he thinks he's gonna get shot every 6 seconds he's out in public, right? Albeit you can ask, okay, well, why is he out in public? I don't know, but like maybe that's why he's nervous to say or do anything.
I mean, I really just wanted to do useful things, like, you know, basically build products, you know, provide products and
I want to do useful things like making an electric car that's more expensive and not anywhere near more reliable than currently existing other models of electric cars that are way cheaper and use universal charging equipment besides my own. It's why which is no longer like what's it called when it's exclusive. I forgot. I wanted to make a company that can make tunnels for cars that are so that wouldn't really legally be able to be a usable car tunnel in any other state besides Nevada. I wanted to make a stupid fucking Reddit flamethrower company. I wanted to make stupid robots that are piloted by. I wanted to make robots that are being controlled 7,000 miles away by an Indian guy getting paid $1 per day. I think honestly, and the only impressive things that he owns are like his rockets and the self-driving stuff that he's working on, which I still wouldn't trust right now, mainly because people are not using that on the road besides me. You know, like that's the thing. In a perfect world, every car is self-driving. I mean, in a perfect world, you wouldn't need cars, but you know, if everyone's self-driving, I assume there's some way to have it to where there's no more incidents. It doesn't happen anymore. It might be a possibility, right? But you know, there was recently a dash cam footage of a Tesla crash, and it was like a two cars opposite ends of a two-lane road, right? The dash cam car is being driven by a person, and he veers to the left over the lanes. And then the Tesla is initially going, and the way they were going, they could have easily gone to the right of the dash cam car and not hit anyone. You know, it would have actually been preferable if it just stayed the fucking course and didn't put any inputs in. But it did put input in. It did try to evade, and by evade it meant it went right instead of straight and collided with the fucking car that it was trying to avoid. God. Okay.
services that are good, and that I wasn't really like that interested in being political. It just like there was at a certain point no choice.
Yeah.
Oh, they love doing this. Every right winger, especially the weird types, love saying, "I didn't ask to be political. Okay, I didn't want this. All right." And it's so lame because you obviously love this shit, right? I love this shit. I want this. It's cool. It's fun. I get to be highly opinionated and complain about morons like this. It's awesome. He enjoys it too. He obviously enjoys this shit far more than his own fucking family, so there's that.
So, yeah.
Well, can I ask you what, on the same side of that coin, what's it like from going neutral to being vilified, largely vilified by the media? Like you're,
What? No. Really?
I mean, you turn on some of these channels, brother. I mean, they don't. They're angry.
Brother.
Does it bother you at all? Does it get to you?
I mean, when they're chanting for my death, I suppose that's a little, you know.
Not good.
But then, like, the song's not even that good, and it's like you call that a death chant? That's nothing. Please.
They've been singing a lot
not
lately.
even good
Yeah.
music.
There's a lot of music lately. It's not good music either. Yeah.
Yes.
I would say that watching what you're doing with Doge is just people love it. I mean, I've always looked at the government and. Yeah.
All right, what's more juicy parts of this? I can't watch the whole fucking thing. What's this? There's a uptick in viewers here. Go.
I saw the crew that you
Isn't it like mind-blowing that this has happened? I mean, it just... And what, by the way, why do we still know nothing about that guy in Butler? What's going on?
Okay, conspiracy slop where he's like, well, we know anything about the inbred guy who shot Trump on the ear. It's like, I don't know. We know who he is. He's some fucking weird, gross, inbred high schooler. What do you mean, why don't we know anything about him? What the fuck else is there? You run the fucking government. Figure it out yourself. That's nothing. What about this one, huh?
Rich as you that cared less about money in my life. Every time I hear a story about you, you're sleeping on a couch of some other guy in a city that you could buy the entire thing.
Yeah, I'm not...
Shut the fuck. See you later, hot dog imp. It's not my fault. You guys are on different time zones. I live. You're so rugged and Spartan in your lifestyle. And it's like, no, he's not rugged and Spartan. He's a fucking slob. Jesus Christ. I would respect him far more if he, like, at least had a good life. He really doesn't, though. Right? He doesn't know how to enjoy anything. Why? Because he's some fucking weirdo. Right? Like you get any, like, broke person his money, they're living good. They have fun. They do cool things with their money. I don't know what the fuck this guy does. And if he's sitting there trying to fucking pretend to work all day, it's really pathetic.
I don't think you care about money, do you?
No, actually,
This guy probably should. It would be less pornographic if this man, like, got on his hands and knees and sucked Elon's low putrid 2-inch dick on camera. That'd be less glazing than what he's been doing so far in this interview.
I mean, listen, like, if I steal some Social Security, I can finally buy nice things.
Yeah.
You know?
and
Things, it's essential. So
we're gonna go bankrupt.
yes,
We are. Couple minutes left here. Russia. There's a huge push from this administration.
People like sometimes like
to end this war.
Say like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm a bought asset of Putin.
Yeah.
I'm like, he can't afford me.
Yeah. I think you're worth more than Russia.
Think about it.
I like that. So, you're trying to end a war. Ending a war always means you have to compromise, you have to negotiate with an enemy or an adversary.
Okay, so there was a really cool war between 1939 and 1945 where that didn't happen, where you didn't compromise with an enemy. In fact, I think most wars do end with one side greatly fucking doming the other side. World War I, Germany was economically destroyed by that war and was not on any sort of favorable terms in the negotiating table, right? They fucking got destroyed by it. World War II, Germany's government literally killed itself and no. The country got razed to the ground. Millions fled west. Oh, Christ. And then, other wars, same thing. The Revolutionary War, what was the compromise? Okay, England, give up your fucking colonial possession and your fucking millions of pounds in taxes. Oh, that's a great compromise. Like, no, bitch. Ukraine's a bit different because it's like a big slog and, it's not going anywhere. Right, so it's difficult to tell who would actually win or not. But the statement that like wars always involve compromise is not true. There have been so many wars where one side just gets actually annihilated, just gone.
That's just what it is. And right now, they are lambasting the president for trying a different method to a war that they haven't been able to end for 3.5 years or 3 years.
Yeah.
They're saying Trump's blaming Zelensky for the invasion. How do you process all of the negativity toward him for trying to end this war?
Well, first of all, I think we should have empathy for the people dying at the front lines. That's the most important thing. And people have been dying, it's like...
That's really funny is that he says this, and then he got rid of he cut off the Starlink internet stuff that he gave when the war started, which I'm pretty sure losing that communications apparatus in Ukraine has led to the deaths of Ukrainian soldiers and Russian soldiers, very interesting. Yep.
How many more years is this supposed to go on?
Yeah.
And imagine if that was your son, your father, what are they dying for?
Yeah.
What exactly are they dying for?
Well, I mean, being invaded by Russia. What? Oh my God. Imagine taking this stance on like the Civil War, the 1863 Civil War going fucking nowhere. 1 million battles in Virginia, hundreds of thousands wounded. Literally nothing is being gained or formed. Just like edge stuff on like the Mississippi River and like some coastal things and stuff out west. Elon Musk, fresh off the boat from South Africa, becomes real rich in the child limb what was it? The child worker prosthetic industry. He gets real big off that. Calls it Tesla for some reason. And he's out here supporting some Democratic candidate, because back then Democrats were the more conservative and reactionary party. And saying shit like, why are we still fighting this war? What do you have to gain from it? What do you have to gain from it? That's what he says. He would be defending the Confederacy 24/7. Now, off the basis of like, well, wars aren't meant to be periods where people die, and so it's not fair. It's okay. No.
The line of engagement has barely moved for 2 years.
Yeah. People are getting fucking... Kiev gets missile strikes launched at it. Buildings get destroyed deep inside Ukrainian territory. What the fuck are you talking about? People used to live in Crimea, and now they don't. People used to live in Donetsk and Luhansk, and now they don't, because Russia invaded all three of those places. I don't know, man. It's crazy,
There's a whole bunch of people dead in trenches for what? And I'll tell you what for what. It's like for the biggest graft machine that I've ever seen in my life. That's for what? It's unreal. Like the amount of money that is being taken in graft and bribery is disgusting. And so what's actually happening is that those poor guys are getting sent into a meat grinder for money. That's what's actually going on.
Yeah.
And it needs to stop.
Yeah. Cool. Well, folks, that's Elon Musk for you. Now, I did have problems earlier. I had problems with finding other good videos. Why? Well, there are some criteria for videos, okay? One, they should be political in nature, 2, they shouldn't be anything I agree with. Why? Because that's boring. You don't come here to see me agree with things. You come here to see me get angry and talk over myself and stumble around word-wise over various things. And 3, it can't just be like news clips like, oh, come see Greg Gutfeld say something like I don't give a shit. It's not interesting, And I don't like repeats either, usually, you gotta let those pots boil a bit more, stir up some more, interesting, insane takes, give them some time, it's usually how What If All History works. I mean, So, in light of all that, I did find one video from one channel that usually talks about various religious nonsense bullshit topics. But here, why the American Empire is rapidly declining by PaxTube. PaxTube is a tradcath YouTuber. A tradcath is, I mean, I've described it before on the podcast, but it's a Catholic, almost always a convert, and typically an atheist or agnostic convert who became a Catholic because I guess they thought it would give them a girlfriend or something, and then they have to pretend to be really devout, even though they avoided the one downside to being raised Catholic, and that's the actual being a child portion. As an adult, you can just participate in all the stupid fucking rituals you don't give a shit about all day to fulfill your Crusader meme wishes, right? That's PaxTube. He's famous. PaxTube is famous because one time, on his alternate and Twitter, he was very upset at the idea of a VTuber ever dating a black man. It was really embarrassing. I think it was specifically Gargura. I don't know how to pronounce that. The shark one. She said, "Oh, I had a boyfriend once or whatever," and he got real mad about that. That's how fucking But this video here, it's got some views, so let's see what's up. Why is America rapidly declining? Go. Yeah, fucking 190k views. Oh, look, it's the Soviet Union. Crazy.
When the Soviet Union officially dissolved in 1991, it was a landmark event in world history. The United States emerged from World War II and the Cold War as the world's lone superpower.
Also, I should also state, this is from half a year ago. So this is more of an anti-Biden video, I assume. Or an anti-liberal order video. He wouldn't be making this right now because Trump's in office and the Western world saved or some shit immediately upon him getting in, but
is defined as the position of being the strongest and most powerful, and therefore able to control.
This is really funny, by the way. This is so fucking funny right now because Trump is destroying all that, and you wanted him to win, PaxTube.
Control others. That is precisely what the US experienced in the 1990s. In the wake of the Soviet collapse, some Western commentators gleefully proclaimed that the end of history had occurred. They declared that the American system would dominate the world forevermore. However, fast forward 30 years to today, and things are looking very different from those predictions.
I can't believe Francis Fukuyama himself invented homeless encampments at the same time he invented history being over. It's crazy.
In the 2020s, countries like China and Russia have re-emerged as powerful forces who act against Washington. Many countries no longer see America as a good or rational actor on the world stage. This viewpoint is increasingly shared even by countries considered democratic, like India and Brazil. Not only is America losing influence abroad, quality of life in America is objectively getting worse. To name just some metrics over the last decade, America is the only developed country where life expectancy is dropping.
Okay, that's because of our medical institutions and also because of like our diet and exercise portions, but it's mainly because people don't like going to the doctor that often because it costs money, so they don't do so. So they aren't as healthy as, let's say, I don't know, a European person who goes to the doctor like every other, every half a year or so to go checked up on. So that's why I assume. Okay.
Birth rate is the lowest in history, while
the birth rate's fucking stupid, man. Oh my god, I hate the fucking birth rate so much. These fucking idiots are so concerned about the fucking birth rate. You do realize that like a good indicator of your country becoming more first world, more what's the term for it? Oh Christ. A good indicator of your country becoming like getting a higher standard of living, right? A higher standard of living is having less kids, because first off, reason why people used to have a lot of kids is because a lot of their kids would die in their childhood, you know, or it happened. You had to have more than one kid because odds are you'd only have one after they're all fucking dead, you know? But thanks to modern medicine, you can have a kid pretty reliably and not have it die. If it does, it's sad, but you know. But yeah, the birth rate's stupid. It's gonna go down, and quite frankly, it probably should go down. I don't know how many human beings there should be on planet Earth, but you know, I think for sustainability reasons and economic reasons, we should have at least a point in time where we say, okay, that's enough for now. You know. Christ, one moment, gang. I need more caffeine. Okay. Energy, go. Keep going. Max, keep go.
Drug deaths and suicide, known as deaths of despair, are the highest in history.
Yes. So, a cool thing about this video is that he's gonna list all these real problems we have, and he's gonna say it's because there's no Jesus in the school. Well, but population go down. I mean, especially America, we have people immigrate all the time to make up for it, and that's not like a we should replace population over time thing. That's a this is how global capitalism works. People like PaxTube love the results of it. They love having fruit available all year in season cheap. They love having all the eggs they could fucking eat. But at the same time, they hate the actual process that gives them that, which is the capitalism they actually support. It's really funny. But yeah, no, all three of these problems are caused by capitalism, caused by private industry greed and private corporate partnership designed to public-private partnership designed to funnel wealth into, you know, ever smaller and smaller number of people. Okay, keep going.
These realities are reflected in polls of how Americans see the state of the country. 2/3 say the country is getting worse every year. As of 2023, only 11% rate American morality as good or better, while over 50% rate it as poor. This means that roughly half of Americans think the country is morally bankrupt.
Okay, so another funny thing he's gonna do, right? I can smell it right now. He's gonna use those numbers to support all of his nonsense. When I can guarantee you, half of those numbers is just people who have like issues with like police brutality, racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, a bunch of shit like that. You know, stuff you wouldn't actually think is a legitimate reason to hate the country's trajectory, but you know, he'll still use the numbers to help him with his points.
In this video, I'll examine why the age of American world hegemony is ending, how other countries are reacting, and why these changes mark a new era of world history.
Oh boy.
We live in a time where so many people have fallen out of touch with their heritage. That's why I've partnered with this video sponsor.
No, fuck you! Eat shit, die. Nope.
Key areas that show the health of society. In foreign affairs, the world is also becoming more independent of American influence. There are many multifaceted reasons for this. The biggest major factor is internal. An ever-increasing number of Americans simply no longer support American power abroad. Many are even checking out of the idea of America itself.
What?
A big cause of this is that American institutions simply do not act in the interests of the majority population. While the American GDP continues to rise, This increase is mostly concentrated under multinational corporations and billionaires. In recent decades, the American economy has become extremely centralized under just a few monopolistic and duopolistic companies who
Oh wait, so him being a tradcath does mean he might have some, like, not leftist, but weird anti-capitalist opinions. We'll see. Also, this guy is insanely, like, anti-Semitic. Like, this guy, okay. The funniest thing about PaxTube is that, like, any other day of the week, he will talk nonstop how much he hates Muslims and Arabs and Turks and Persians. He'll all day say how they're the worst people on the planet and don't deserve anything, and the Crusades were good and should happen again. He'll do that. But he will also at the same time say Hamas is like freedom fighters, and all enemies of Israel are justified in attacking it and shit like that, because he hates Jews more than he hates Muslims. It's so fucking weird.
own just about everything. Despite this supposed economic growth, the average American citizen has not seen their standard of living rise. This is reflected in polls that show how most citizens believe the economy is getting worse. It is, for them. One group is especially dissatisfied with the state of modern America. White Americans, the
Oh, fuck me. Here we go.
majority population, and they have ample reason to be
The majority by percentage, as in, like, what, like 40%, 38%? He's gonna say, he says a majority to make it seem like, 70% Americans agree with this, but, it's really more like a majority in a plurality sense is what he means,
angry. White Americans are discriminated against in
Oh my fucking, shut the fuck up. Holy fucking shit. Nobody cares about this. Nobody fucking cares. You're reading a BBC article about it. Who gives a fuck? It says Yale discriminates against whites and Asians. No one cares. Shut up. Oh my Christ.
employment and the university system,
In employment?
disempowering them from
Oh Christ. Oh yeah, the white people can't get employed. Dog, if you have the wrong hairstyle as a black man, you're not getting employed either at a higher level job. Shut up. Fuck me, man.
society. This is very consequential because universities are where a society's future elites are trained. This discrimination is so bad that in 2023, the Supreme Court ruled that universities had to end affirmative action policies that were discriminating against whites and Asians.
The Supreme Court is politically charged to be right-wing. They are not fair and balanced actors. They did that to prompt anti-DEI, anti-woke messaging for the Republicans to use in the 2024 election. So yeah, I don't give a shit what the fuck they say.
Despite this ruling, top universities immediately announced that they would find ways
Fuck me, man. This fucking idiot. He started the video talking about, like, at least some legitimate real issues, right? Like, America's getting more expensive. People don't trust institutions. People don't have any hope for the future or goals for the future. That's true. But then his example of the people who are being horribly oppressed by the system are, like, middle-class white fucking dipshits. It's like, no, you moron. They're the ones who are designed for the system to benefit around. Working class people who are poor, hello, who will never go to college because they can't fucking afford it. Oh, God.
to get around the decision. On the demographic level, white Americans are about to dip below 60% of the country's population for the first time in history.
Oh no. Oh no. You know how you can fix that? I can fix it real easy, okay? So you find every person who who is, at one point labeled, Asian, black, Latino, whatever. You find them and then you ask them, "Hey, was one of your parents white?" And out of the millions that say yes, you add them to the white camp. Boom, more white people. It's it's science. It's magic. It's crazy, right? Who gives a fuck about your white population? Holy fucking Christ. Oh my gosh. Like yeah, you can ask Paxtube. He probably does agree with the one drop rule. He probably does think that Obama is black, even though his mom's white. You know, that's probably what he thinks.
When told that more white Americans are dying than being born, many in America cheer.
News: the results of the 2020 census just came out, and for the first time in American history, the number of white people went down.
Oh man. Oh no. A joke? Guys, legalize comedy, except this makes me angry as a white nationalist fucking tradcat fucking anime dipshit, says Paxtube.
It's become common knowledge that hate crime laws are rarely enforced when a victim is white.
Common knowledge? Fucking source? Citation? Hello?
Even when anti-white racial hate is obvious. White Americans have responded to all of these things with what can only be described as disaffection, and this has real consequences.
What?
The US Army can no longer reach its recruiting goals.
That's because the army fucking sucks, and it's not worth it. It's not.
And this is largely due to whites no longer signing up.
What the fuck? No! No, the military... Oh my fucking... Okay. Let's just say I have at least a decent amount of experience understanding people from the military. There's lots of them who are not white. There will be commands where there's actually a minority white people in the command. You want to know why? Because the U.S. military is essentially a weird federal jobs program, because they'll take fucking anyone, if you have a GED at least, and they'll pay you and house you and feed you and clothe you and give you health and dental insurance, all for you to sit around at a gate guard sometimes and clean a ship in a hallway. You know, for a poor person, it's an okay deal, and they take it. And guess who statistically are usually poorer than white people? That's true. Black people and Hispanic people, Latinos. So, yeah, those are actually the people that they're trying to recruit. In general, though, people aren't being recruited. Recruitment numbers are down because the military is not appealing, because it's just shit. Because it turns out people don't like to join the force where you can be ordered to go kill yourself. Yeah.
To give some numbers, 44,000 white recruits joined the Army in 2018, but this number cratered to just 25,000 in 2023. In the same time period, whites went from 56% of new recruits to only 44%.
And who gives a fuck?
Even military leaders attribute this to a drop in rural white recruitment. One Army official told Military.com, "There's a level of prestige in parts of conservative America with service that has degraded."
That's because everyone knows the military is now, right? The military doesn't have the prestige it has anymore because you're not fighting any wars, right? In 2023 there wasn't a fucking Afghanistan anymore, or Iraq. There was in 2018. 2018 also had bigger publicized threats like ISIS. Crazy. But in 2023, we don't have a threat. You know what the threat was in 2023? Russia invading Ukraine, which to the common person sounds fucking scary. Fuck no, I'm not joining the military for that shit. So yeah, no fucking duh, dude. Also, conservatives have become jaded with the military propaganda you enjoy, because everyone knows what it is now, you know? You don't go in there to do epic honor duty, Call of Duty shit. You go there to get your fucking bachelor's degree in communications, you know, for the free college. Because you can't get a job anywhere else. That's what it is. That's what it's always been. You know, these military members are just normal fucking dudes. Some of them dumber than normal people are, you know? Officers, same thing. That's why they moved on. They moved on from troop worship to operator worship. They worship like Navy SEALs now, another elite fucking tier 3 operators, you know? Fuck, man. That is why, yeah.
But it's not just the military. The journalist Jeremy Carl wrote, White college enrollment for 18 to 24-year-olds has dropped from 43% in 2010 to 38% in 2021, the sharpest drop for any major ethnic group.
That is because everyone's becoming poorer. Congratulations. The ethnic group was already poor to begin with. The whites are just getting more poor. Crazy, right? Ha ha ha. Awesome. Oh, insane. No way, dog. It's almost like college is really expensive because colleges are really a for-profit institution disguised as a 501c charitable organization that doesn't get taxed. That's why. You know what would fix this? Making college free or cheap. A thing that PaxTube would never allow unless it was like some religious bullshit.
Enrollment is down sharply among white men, the group that has historically led America's institutions.
That's because America's institutions wouldn't let anyone else lead them for the majority of its history, you dumb fuck.
Whites, as a percentage of medical students, are also well below their population numbers. Both Democrats and Republicans have done nothing to address these problems. Many white Americans are simply asking themselves, why should I care about a country that doesn't care about me?
Oh my fucking god, these are the same fucking losers who are like, stop asking for handouts. Pick up your bootstraps. And then, you know, this happens and they're like, why doesn't the government give me a state-mandated girlfriend, haha?
The answer, for an ever-increasing number, is that they owe America nothing. This is connected to another problem in America.
Oh no.
The American system no longer produces strong families and communities at a level to sustain itself.
Oh no.
Strong families produce citizens with good values and instincts who propel society forward. For a society to even reproduce itself, each family must have at least 2 children. But in America,
Yeah, hey, you know, it's almost like you can choose what the fuck to do with your life, dog. All right? Some people don't have kids. One of those people is named PaxTube, who is too busy making YouTube videos like this to have a family. Citizen, have you had your mandated 2.1 children yet? No, officer. I've only had 1.8 children so far.
this number fell from over 3 children per family in the 1960s to 1.7 today.
How much do you want to know that the child mortality rate also decreased? We do get immigrants, and they're all Americans. That's the craziest thing. These fucking losers, they want to make up this bullshit where, like, if someone moves to the United States, they aren't really American. They're not American, and it's like, dog, what are you talking about? Why the fuck would they move here? They want to be American, you know? They engage in all the same shit you do. They love fucking sports. They love fucking various brands of clothing you like. They like the fucking shitty fast food. They love all the same shit. You're just mad that they have an accent and know a second language because your stupid ass couldn't learn one. And they have a better work ethic too.
To keep the population growing, the government has allowed in tens of millions of immigrants. But this mass immigration has its own negative consequences.
Oh boy, what is that?
Research like Robert Putnam's book, Bowling Alone, details how mass immigration reduces social trust and community participation.
You know what else does that? That's listed in the fucking book. The transitory nature of American society. The idea that Americans aren't actually tied down to anything. You know what causes that? More than immigration ever could or will? Capitalism. So shut up.
People like being able to trust that their neighbors
Ugh, this guy's fucking ugly too.
are similar to them and share their values and history.
I fucking bet you 100% that any random immigrant down my fucking block in my apartment complex I live in probably has more in common with me than they ever will. Either of us ever will. Fucking PaxTube or Robert Putnam or any other fucking dipshits crying about their white race every fucking 6 seconds, which is what this guy is doing, by the way. He's just listing out Nazi talking points disguised as economic concerns.
That quality seems to have been lost in modern America.
Our research shows that the more diverse a community.
Well, the issue, Drainer, is that people would totally produce if it was economically feasible. But unfortunately, due to the way capitalism functions in the United States, no, you have to monetize everything, including having kids. Kids are fucking expensive in the United States. Are you kidding me? It's insanely expensive to have a fucking kid. That's why parents have to have two incomes to support one child, let alone two, right? That's why. Because they're too busy working. Americans work so much more than other first world countries in terms of hours. That, yeah, they can't get, busy making kids and raising them, right? That's why. It's crazy. Turns out people like to fuck, and they also like to have kids. Women like having kids. I think that's the thing they like to have. I mean, they keep making movies about it,
Community, the lower the level of social trust in that community. Volunteerism and philanthropy and civic engagement, involvement in the community, all of that tends.
That's another thing. Hey, if you're working all the time, if you're constantly worried about the fucking bills, you don't have time to be part of an actual community. You don't have time to worry about other people besides yourself and your fucking immediate family or some shit. Crazy, I know.
Tends to decline.
On top of this, mass immigration hurts the labor force and housing markets.
Facts too. Whenever white dipshits crying about the lack of work would not work construction, it would not work farm work that immigrants do. First off, I would say this much, Drainer. It's not importing. These are individual people choosing of their own volition to travel to the United States. We aren't slave trading. These people move here to the United States to help themselves and better themselves to a better life, And the crazy thing is that, honestly, God, you move to the United States, you move to the United States, you eat one disgusting corn syrup infused cheeseburger, right? Boom, you're American in my fucking book, okay? It's why we're different. That's why America actually, managed to advance culturally, scientifically, economically than fucking dead ass European countries, is because we actually managed to create a culture that works with fucking literally everyone. That's why we dominate the planet in terms of culture, okay? As for jobs, there are ways to help alleviate the lack of work in the country. This crazy thing happened in the 40s and 30s, where the federal government just said, "Hey, we can just employ people to do things that we would normally contract out to some shitty private industry that wouldn't actually, do the thing we want them to do, right? Or just build things. You can just build things, by the way. Imagine some sort of like federal program where a young person, an 18-year-old, decides, hey, I need a job. I can't afford college. I can't afford school. I need some sort of trade skill that would make me economically, viable in the future, right? I can't get any of that because I'm in a disadvantaged area in the country or whatever. And they can go up to a recruiting office ran by states or the federal government, either one, and they're like, hey, we'll give you a job, training, we'll clothe you and feed you and house you and pay you. All you gotta do is just guarantee us 4, 5, 6 years. Boom. It's the military. Except, instead of the military, where your job is, at the end of the day, to either personally kill somebody or help kill somebody in the future, which is what all military jobs are for, in some abstract way. Your job is repairing roads, working on electrical infrastructure, building infrastructure, disaster relief, all sorts of fucking things, conservation work. That'd be cool. That won't happen because it doesn't make rich people richer. That's all. But I'm not gonna fucking fault the people who move to the United States to work, who go out there and work, especially ones who work really shit jobs like construction. White people can work those jobs. I've seen it before. They do it all the fucking time. I don't see this The issue with the job market right now is because a lot of companies have to constantly pretend to be hiring, so they look like they're always growing, so they look good when they report, their quarterlies to their investors, right? A lot of jobs you see in the market and like websites and such are fucking fake. They're not real jobs, not real positions. They don't want to fill them. Yeah. There's a million reasons why you might have difficulty finding jobs or why white people might be unemployed. Not just, oh no, a brown guy in fucking California is the reason my Ohio ass can't get work. That's why. No, as if.
Multinational corporations love it, since it lets them pay
When he says multinational corporations, just understand what he's trying to really say there is the Jews.
their employees far less. These policies can
By the way, if you say, oh, well, I guess you just enjoy having the economic slaves then. First off, I'm glad you admit that wage labor is coercion and that being forced to work for money is essentially in wage slavery. So that's cool. We agree on that. Secondly, I want those guys picking crops in California and building shitty drywall to get paid fucking $15 an hour too. I don't want them to be slaves. At this current point in time, though, they obviously want to be working and having those jobs. I'm not going to say, okay, well, until it's perfect, you can't have them. But yeah, it can be better. That's true.
continue whether Democrats or Republicans are elected. The only thing that could really change the status quo would be the rise of a third party. But this has proven extremely difficult. Third parties in America struggle to even get on the ballot or into debates, let alone achieve a majority vote. This is all made worse by the fact that in over 95% of American elections, the candidate with more money wins. Americans see this, and as a result, most hate Congress and believe the government doesn't represent them. According to one recent poll, a majority of Americans now believe the US government is a declining empire led by corrupt politicians. Now let's talk in terms of foreign policy. Despite the decline at home, the American establishment continues to support a form of American globalism, a system where America dominates the world and rewrites international law to its own benefit. But decades of American decline and disaffection has made this much more difficult. Even at the height of its power, the American government engaged in debacles like the Iraq and Afghanistan wars, where trillions were spent for little gain. In Afghanistan, the country had to be abandoned after 20 years because the American system failed to establish democracy there. Indeed, the democratic government they established was more useless than anyone could have imagined. Once American troops withdrew, it collapsed to the Taliban in just a month. For comparison, when America withdrew from Vietnam, South Vietnam held
the postmodern neo-Marxist global elite hegemon Illuminati. They're pretty cool. I mean, they're the ones who pay me for this, right? Last week, I got the Soros check came in. Fucking dude, that shit was crazy. It was like 700,000. That was like 200,000 more than what I got from USAID before they got closed down. It's great. I like them. They're cool.
out for 2 years.
And they paid me to make a video about Assassin's Creed 1. So they're good in my book.
Despite trillions upon trillions of dollars being spent on failures, the American government continues to spend more money on its military than the next 9 countries in the world combined.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the NATO alliance, while getting bigger with new members, does have growing cracks. America's surveillance state has acted indiscriminately to spy on both rivals and allies. Among America's friends, French and German leaders are the most commonly targeted with espionage. This begs the question of why this strong alliance relies on spying on its own members. Scandals like this have greatly damaged America's reputation, as it claims to be a champion of freedom. Instead, it's now become a popular saying, "It may be dangerous to be America's enemy, but to be America's friend is fatal."
From who?
American
From what?
leadership has further torched its international moral authority by offering endless support to Israel in its war.
That's the thing there. Okay, yeah. Listen, if it was anyone besides PaxTube, I'd be like, okay, well, at least he has this point to say. It's pretty okay. It's pretty correct. But Um, it's him. So he's just saying America's bad because they don't want all the Jews dead.
War on Gaza. American money and weapons continue to flow even as the Israelis commit some of the worst war crimes against civilians of the 21st.
The same guy has made a fucking video saying that the Crusades were cool and based and justified, but he's also out here saying that this is not justified. It's insanely hypocritical.
First century. Since 2023, America has given billions in aid to Israel, including over 15,000 bombs. These bombs were promptly dropped on Palestinian civilians. Despite the massive bipartisan backlash to these policies, US leadership has continued on and vetoed 3 UN ceasefire proposals. But even with full American backing, the combination of Hamas, Hezbollah, Iran, and the Houthis are putting the continuation of Israel's existence into question. China, Russia, and many others have all endorsed a Palestinian state to the outrage of Washington. And Russia and China are going beyond just words. In 2024, they took
The Crusade? So, I don't want to even get into this. Just look up the Fourth Crusade. Look up what that happened there. Okay, look that up. Come back to me. Tell me if they're like really cool or not. Also, look up the People's Crusade. Look that up too.
Took measures to reconcile Hamas and the Palestinian Authority in order to move forward with the creation of a Palestinian state. America, seen as a bad faith actor completely in bed with Israel, was ignored. It was once scholar John,
and because
international order just means rules for everyone except the US and Israel. It's
The
not
Israel
just
segment's
American
over.
rivals who are on the move. The rest of the world has noticed America's decline and is responding accordingly.
Okay.
Even some countries that are American allies on paper are starting to change their standing. The nation of Hungary is a prime example.
Oh no. He might go full Rod Dreher and be like, Hungary is the most based, correct, and moral nation on the planet because of Orban, my Lord and Savior.
For over a decade, the Western establishment pressured Viktor Orban to accept mass immigration and transform Hungary into a multiracial state.
Hungary is already a fucking multiracial state, you moron! There's Germans and there's Magyars. Fuck me, man. What a bunch of fucking morons. Christ.
Simultaneously, they attacked the country for its traditional family values and
They attacked the country for being full of fucking backwards horse-riding barbarians.
anti-LGBT policies. However, Viktor
Okay, Draynard, in his video, in his Crusades video, he said that the Islamic invasions and conquests from the 7th century, so the 600s, was the justification for the First Crusade in the 12th century, the 1100s. That's a 500-year gap. That is what he's comparing. That is what he's saying. It's not true.
Viktor Orban refused to budge and suffered massive penalties for his principled stance.
His principled stance of being a stupid bigot who is 100% gay or has had gay sex. Viktor Orban has 1,000,000,000% had gay sex. You can guarantee it. Every single far-right weirdo politician with hardline stances on LGBT, on gay people, on gay marriage, is a closet homo. It's just a fact. I'm sorry.
Today, Hungary is able to align itself with China and Russia to avoid such bullying. Unlike the EU, they aren't asking Hungary to become an immigrant or LGBT-friendly nation. They simply want cooperation. As a result, in 2024, China and Hungary signed a cooperation agreement. This came despite anger and threats from the US diplomat to Hungary, who threatened America would try to overthrow the Hungarian.
Get it? He's gay. That's why. Guys, he was mad because he's gay. Diplomats don't take orders. Drainer, I think the mass, I might be wrong here. Okay, I think by the time of the Battle of Tours, I think Muslim expansion had gotten to its massive extent in the 700s, and then ever since then it had then lost more territory. But also in the First Crusade, the reason it even started was because the Byzantines, the Romans, Eastern Roman Empire, were losing hard against the Turks, against the Sultanate of Rum. Sorry, is it the Sultanate of Rum? Whatever. The Turks were beating them. The Turks were like a nomadic horse people who were just recently Muslim, right? They weren't the fucking people who've been living in the Levant and Egypt and Spain for centuries already being Muslim. They were just these random fucking horse people, and they use that as a justification to then invade people again. And by the way, this is another thing that is commonly done with the Crusades is that people will say the Muslims did this and this and that, as if all these Islamic actions were done by the exact same people in the exact same government, the exact same plan, and that's not fucking true. I think a random slave raid done by Muslims in fucking Sicily is not carried out and performed by the same people for the same reasons as a Turkic attack on some Byzantine supply outpost or whatever in Anatolia, hundreds of miles away. Okay.
Government for its actions. Behind closed doors, Hungary now considers the US an enemy due to its high.
What's really funny when he says this is that Hungary hosted fucking CPAC. So, no, Hungary is not considered the US an enemy. Hungary considers the Democratic Party an enemy.
Hostility to their values. Viktor Orban and Hungary have set the standard.
Also, how fucking ugly is this guy? God damn it.
For how small nations can protect their sovereignty in the new multipolar world. When one power is trying to bully you, simply start working with others. The case of Hungary is a reminder that there are still many in the Western world who actually want to conserve their nations and not just sell them out. Other groups doing this include El Salvador under Nayib Bukele and alternative.
Oh, El Salvador, crazy. And then and then the actual legitimate German Nazi party. Oh, cool.
For
Hey guys, I wonder why this dude is concerned about the white birth rate and the white percentage in the military, and also concerned about like immigration and culture, and is very, very hostile to a state full of Jews. I wonder why he's all that, and he's also pro AFD. I don't know. It's crazy to me.
In Germany, Bukele has thrown out American human rights considerations when dealing with El Salvador's drug cartels. Despite cries from American NGOs demanding that drug dealers be set free, Bukele's policies dropped El Salvador's crime rate by over half. This drove his approval rating to over 90%. It turns out, actually locking up criminal gangs instead of letting them terrorize society is a good idea. Meanwhile, AFD's platform in Germany speaks volumes. Their policies include making Germany a homeland for Germans and stopping mass immigration, protecting Germany's Christian culture, and
doesn't El Salvador still like have like a bunch of like immigrants leaving for the US anyways? Isn't there still like a lot of like economic issues with the country that's not been addressed and causes people to leave it? Yeah, key AFD platform policies: end mass immigration to Germany. By the way, the reason for a lot of mass immigration in Germany in the 2010s and 2000s is because of the fucking Syrian civil war. And guess what happened when the Syrian civil war gave up or ended, when Assad fled? A lot of people went back. As it turns out, as it fucking turns out, yeah, they weren't lying. Protect Germany's Christian culture. Isn't Germany like the most fucking atheist country on the planet? Isn't it like literally like the least religious country on the fucking planet? Hang on. right here. A 2023 estimate shows that 46.2% of the German population were non-confessional and not members of any religious group. So, no, at the most, they are like fucking culturally Christian, but they're not like actually devout Christians, bro. Uh and I bet the ones that are Christian, like Bavaria and such, are like the fucking backwaters. And then yeah, become more independent of America. What the fuck are you talking about? Become more independent of the country that's like economic. By the way, he would not make this video right now. This guy loves Trump, so he wouldn't make this video right now. He made this video with Biden in office to convince people to not vote for Biden again. Which, I mean, if you're watching a PaxTube video for fun, you probably already wouldn't have done so.
Depending less on America and becoming friendlier to Russia and China. Under this platform, they're now one of the most popular parties in Germany despite major suppression from the state.
At the same time, hang on, didn't Germany have an election recently? Let's look up those results. So, the CDU-CSU is their center-right party, which in European terms means their centrist party, so that's the biggest one. The AfD did get 152 seats. That's crazy. Right behind them is the SPD, and I guess it's called Grün, which is the Green Party. So the fucking socialists and the Greens combined are bigger than the fucking AfD. So, yeah, and there's also Die Linke. Wait, SPD, that's not socialists. The Social Democrats, that's the Liberal Party. Regardless, the AfD didn't actually, like, dominate anything, right? 20% of the share is too much, but, like, they aren't, like, running the show.
They are the most popular party. The German economy has greatly suffered from sanctioning Russia.
Yeah. God, imagine how much base Germany would be right now if they just didn't, like, go anti-nuclear. Dude, imagine if they didn't give the AfD, like, their biggest fucking, like, stupid, political, talking point of, like, oh yeah, the liberals shut down all the nuclear power plants, so now we have to freeze during the winter because of our windmills freezing, or some shit. Like imagine. Also, isn't like a lot of the conservative stuff in Germany from like East Germans because they got the Soviet Union collapse and they became a lot more socially regressive for economic reasons. Yeah, I assume Germans are going to be supportive of nuclear power because they just realized that, like, Russia's antagonism is going to threaten their supply of LNG, of methane.
Russia, who provided massive raw materials for their industries. Many Germans today are wondering exactly why they should consider Russia an enemy. After all, part of why the NATO alliance was created, in the words of its first Secretary General Lord Ismay, is to keep the Russians out, the Americans in.
No, France Charles de Gaulle, France fucking knew their shit, dog. Those bastards. 75% of energy from nuclear power, crazy. I know their reactors have their own issues, and economic austerity under Macron is not going to help out that industry too much. But and the craziest thing, if I'm correct here, my knowledge of it, is that, like, when they built nuclear power plants, they built them almost all the exact same. And doing that made them cheaper to not only build but then maintain, because then you have common parts and shared knowledge, an educated workforce that understood a plant anywhere in the country that needs to be worked on. It's awesome. And the United States, the issue of the United States nuclear industry is that since we love the fucking free market so much and competition, a lot of reactors are like their own little special weird type of fucked up reactor design that, like, it has to have, like, specialist parts put in, and people know this plant but not this other plant, and it's stupid. It's so stupid. God. Canada does that too. Canada exports a reactor design that's the exact same everywhere else. Like, aren't like most of India's nuclear reactors Canadian designs? Imagine the United States did that shit too, man. Fuck. Okay.
Germans down. I wonder why Germans might have a problem with that. The 2022 sabotage of the Nord Stream pipeline has only escalated this discontent. It's deeply ironic that America today uses its global power to push for feminism, LGBT, and mass immigration.
They push for not being a regressive asshole. We have there's nuclear reactors in the United States. We have plenty. It's just they're old, but there is a as far as I can tell, an upcoming nuclear renaissance. The issue is that the nuclear renaissance, aka the building of more reactors, restarting of reactors, and the development of small modular reactors. The issue is that that's going to be used mainly to just fuel AI energy needs, which I don't like. I would really like it if they were used to replace coal plants at the moment. And then later on, methane, natural gas. That's what they should be used for. They shouldn't be used to help fucking make Bill Gates more fucking shit ass money from their fucking shitty AI tool designed to have your fucking stupid grandma auto generate a picture of a dolphin hybrid dog creature to say happy birthday to you on a message that you're not gonna read. I prefer that being used to like power cities and industry properly. Yeah. Utility companies are dude fucking looking. I had to look up for my Texas video. The fucking way that Texas does utilities is so labyrinthine and nonsensical and just an open racket that's fucking insane. I would never live in Texas. Fuck that shit.
During the Cold War, the US positioned itself as the champion of Christianity and family values against Soviet atheism.
That's called propaganda, you moron. You actual honest to God idiot. You thought that was sincere? What the fuck is Christian about bombing people with Agent Orange in Vietnam? What fucking family values are there when you fund death squads in Nicaragua and Colombia? What in the Sam shit do you know? Yeah, I guess a seal. Holy fucking shit! This guy fell for it. I blame. Wait, was it him? Wasn't Eisenhower? He was. Was it Eisenhower? Oh my fucking Christ! I don't even know my fucking presidents. It was Eisenhower. It was Ike. That fucker. He's the one who did this. He's the one who said under God. He added that shit. He's the guy who's like, we have to combat the commies in religion too, so let's just pretend to be super religious even though we're all lizard-brained federal people. And then this fucking moron, this actual like this genic idiot PaxTube was like, oh, they were correct and based.
But today, it's China and Russia who say they stand for family values and heteronormativity.
This guy would hate living in either of those countries, by the way. I mean, Russia is like a shithole. No, it's not a shithole. It just sucks there because the government is just an open like oligarchy that just it only wants to benefit itself and not citizens. Last time I checked, conscription isn't what you'd call family values either, dipshit. As for China, PaxTube would go there to visit their traditional culture and get grossed out when he saw people selling edible like insects. He'd probably vomit and then cry and piss himself. So I don't think he actually likes Russia or China.
Both countries back this.
Moho, I know about Supply Side Jesus. Maybe one of these days we could read Supply Side Jesus. It's a pretty good comic.
Up by banning LGBT propaganda. Russia added the LGBT movement to its list of extremist organizations.
So this is a cool thing. So PaxTube hates freedom of expression, and he hates, all things Americans stand for. He loves very openly anti-American things like government repression of the personal choices adults make within the privacy of their own fucking home. Yeah.
And China has gone as far as banning depictions of feminine men in media.
That is not true. I highly doubt that. What the fuck are you talking about? What? As if
This presents a diplomatic problem for America since heterosexual values are the values of the vast majority of humanity.
they ain't your values, buddy. You're gay as fuck. This video is gay as fuck. Who gives a shit? If they're the vast majority, then why are you so threatened by any deviation from them then, huh? Why are you so scared of people acting differently by themselves, huh?
American leadership has responded to all of these problems with economic sanctions, a powerful weapon in their
America didn't sanction Russia for being homophobic. They sanctioned Russia for fucking invading a country for no good reason.
arsenal. According to the Washington Post, the US is currently sanctioning 1/3 of the states in the entire world.
Yeah, sometimes it's not justified. Like Cuba, there's no reason to fucking sanction Cuba. It's so stupid. Iran, it's dumb. We should de-escalate, befriend, liberalize, fix Iran, easy. And then other sanctions, it just depends what you mean by that. I mean, they have Russia, but that's like a again a war thing. And then other states, I assume, be like states that like have harbored terrorists, or by sanctions they really mean like tariffs.
This is 3 times as many sanctions as applied by
Also,
any other government.
if your country controls the global economic capitalist system like the United States, you probably will sanction at least a third of these countries on accident, anyways.
Government or organization. In the 1990s, Iraq was starved into submission by American sanctions, but countries are learning more every year in how to dodge this problem. Mainstream outlets acknowledge that Russia's economy has resiliently weathered sanctions. Its oil exports have found new markets, and its gross domestic product is projected to grow a healthy 2.6% this year.
Might be surprised by this, but Russia being economically resilient from Western sanctions isn't a new thing.
Iran and China have also found ways to grow stronger despite sanctions. All 3 nations have replaced their dependence on embargoed markets with new markets in Latin America, Asia, and India. When measured by Purchasing Power Index, China's economy is now larger than America's. It's become clear that the American government's control over the global economy is not what it used.
I think America's kind of cooked right now. The West itself depends. I mean, I think the UK is also kind of cooked. Politically, both countries have just really, really, really bad political leadership. Just the worst shit you could imagine. But you know, places like South America, Central America, Canada, and continental Europe, they'll probably still be doing pretty good. You know, I mean, not relying on the U.S. might make them even better. We'll see. Yeah. By the West, if you mean America, sure, because I guess Americans were too stupid to maintain global hegemony because they saw too many brown people at the supermarket once and had to vote for fucking Donald J. Trump.
Used to be. If you watched my video on the French Revolution, you know that when state debt reaches a point of no return, it usually spells doom for an empire.
Oh my fucking Christ. Okay. Disclaimer. Most U.S. Government debt is owed to American citizens, so to ourselves, and I don't think it's gonna be ever like called up on. No country on the planet will ever call on its U.S. debt that they own, because that would ruin their economies too. It quite literally doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Any fear mongering over it has been gay and lame. Conservatives have been crying about this for decades, and it hasn't done anything. There's been no consequences from it, because the people who actually run the country, the economists, understand that there's no consequence except for the quacks who want to sell you a book about something. So yeah, sure. Oh, the debt ceiling. Oh, the debt.
Starting this year, the US now spends more on debt service than defense, something that also came during the decline of the British Empire, the Ottoman Empire, the French monarchy, and more. Perhaps this metric is the most revealing about the fate of the American Empire. So, to recap, America is in decline because it betrayed the very things that made it strong: white people and family values. While it presented itself as a
Oh no! Hey, you know what made America strong? It might be crazy to you. It wasn't fucking white people, you dumb bitch. Like, okay, let's see here. A time period that PaxTube would consider to be the best in American history. So the early colonial period after the Revolutionary War. America was a fucking backwater that couldn't even govern itself. They literally had open rebellions all the time from disgruntled farmers angry about the slightest change in the tax policy, uh, fighting fighting a losing war against Great Britain during the Napoleonic Wars, a war in which Canadian soldiers burnt down the fucking White House. So no, I don't think white men and family values are what makes America strong. I think an openness to foreign cultures, an openness to foreign workers moving here to participate in our economy and our like open liberalization of the country has made it better. It's crazy how like suffragette movement coincided with the growth of American empire in the late 1800s, 1900s. Crazy, I know. Crazy how like the United States became a big industrial empire after the fucking Civil War. I know, Taking Day. I fucking know. Ugh. Ugh, it's almost over. I don't even need to watch it. I don't even need to fucking watch it. This guy just sucks. So, yeah. I need to find more stupid chuds. I do. Because I ain't got many. In fact, God, I have 17 people watching right now. Fuck. All right, gang. Actually, this will be the end of the stream. It's 11 p.m. roughly where I'm at. I need to go to sleep. But thank you so much for watching. And then we had a hiccup earlier. I'll be editing out whatever was the problem in the first half of the stream. And then you'll be able to watch the part where I covered the Trump Zelensky meeting. I thought it was pretty funny myself. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you all later. Bye.